day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ilumsites, where we bring to you amazing Ilumsites that have excelled in various aspects of life. Now, my name is Zainab, and with me today is
Enibikun, Jesufemi.
And this is our beautiful interviewee,
Habeebah Erinfolami.
We're so glad to have you on.
Thank you.
I hope we have a mind-blowing conversation.
Oh yeah.
So straight to the questions. You had a project that has been going on for a while now. It's called the Abiyamo Project. So what inspired that project?
Okay, the Abiyamo Project was inspired by a project that preceded it, which is a health education program. Right. So during the health education program, we realized that a lot of pregnancy-related deaths are actually preventable, but because of the ignorance of the women as well as poverty, they are not able to prevent those deaths. So we decided to just take a step towards that to solve the problem by educating them and providing free antenatal care services.
Wow, that's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Right, so as an ultimate medical student, how do you manage to provide these healthcare services?
Okay, well, the services are not going to be provided by me. Actually, right now they are currently enrolled in UITH, so I am not licensed to give medical care to those women. So we enroll them in UITH where they can get the best care.
Wow, that's very inspiring. Now you have a target. You sent out a flyer a while back. They have a target reach of 700,000 naira.
Yeah.
Now, how much of quality free healthcare can that provide, and how many people? Is there like a target number, a set number that you wish to provide these healthcare services for?
Okay, yes, there is always a target number. So we had a target number of 50 women, and the reason we came up with 700,000 is because we know that on average, the minimum amount needed to take care of a pregnant woman from conception to delivery is just about 10,000 naira without any complications. In fact, you may even spend less than that. So we budgeted 10,000 naira per woman, and with our target of 50 women, that's about 500,000. So, because miscellaneous and all of that, we eventually came up to a total of 700,000. And we believe this is achievable because it's like something like this has been replicated, or let's say it has been done before in another state, like Enibikun, so where he provided healthcare. And in his speech, he mentioned that they only used about 6,000 naira per woman from conception to delivery. So it is very much achievable.
Alright, okay. Seeing the Abiyamo Project as an extension of the community health, do you think it can influence the choice for medical specialty?
Well, I've always had this specialty in mind that I've always wanted to go into, and that's the cardiothoracic surgery. And I don't think Abiyamo Project can entirely influence my choice because, I believe that community health is for everyone. It is everybody's concern. So we should all, work towards a better community health, and then you can specialize in anything that you want to. And if you still want to specialize in com health, then that's fine. But personally, I don't think it is going to influence my choices. I would still continue CHF and I'll still do my CTSU.
Okay, so how do you hope to balance them together?
Well, when you have an organization and you have volunteers and you have people that are working there, you don't have to be there all the time. All you have to do now is to delegate people to do the work while you go about your normal activities.
Right. So what are the challenges you've had so far, and what are your successes?
Well, there are so many challenges within the organization or even in the community. So within the organization, usually the biggest problem is always fundraising. As we know, fundraising is not easy anywhere. So actually right now we are looking into social entrepreneurship, whereby we can have a program or an enterprise that will continue to fund our project. But apart from that, majority of the members are also medical students, and there are times that literally everyone is just struggling to prepare for exams. So we don't always have people on ground for certain events. But apart from that, I think we are doing pretty well internally. But then if we have to go into the communities, some of the problems that we can have is the acceptability of your project or your solution, because sometimes if they don't identify with it, if they don't see it as a problem, they most probably not accept it. So, and that is why it is important to bring them on board, talk to them, discuss with them, and then finally decide that this is what we want to do for you. Then successes, we have recorded quite a number of successes. However, the most recent one, which is the Abiyamo Project, has really been making me happy because we are now seeing women that are taking well-informed health choices for themselves. Certain things they didn't know about or that they were not well enlightened about. Now they know why they had those problems and they are willing to prevent them in their subsequent pregnancies. So that's a huge success for me.
You mentioned that people have been taking more well-informed choices from the information that they've given. Can you give us a typical example of that?
Oh yes, during the launching of the project, there was a woman who came to talk about her last pregnancy. She's currently trying to get pregnant again. But in her last pregnancy, she mentioned that she went for a checkup at the primary health center, and then they told her that she had a high blood pressure. But apparently, they didn't counsel her on why that was important or what she should have done. So she just went home and she continued living her life. She had the baby at home. She lost the baby. She had some complications around the time of this. So we had to sit her down and explain to her what pre-eclampsia and eclampsia was about. And then she actually understood everything. She took it in and she decided that day that as soon as she gets pregnant, but she's currently trying to get pregnant, she's enrolling for antenatal care, even though she has never done it before. So that was a very, beautiful experience.
Yeah, very inspiring.
Yeah.
Let's deviate a little from the Abiyamo Project. You have served as Financial Secretary of Ilumsites consecutively twice.
Yes.
So, how would you say that experience was for you?
Well, it was a bittersweet experience, but overall, it was a really beautiful experience because it taught me a lot of things and it also helped me to develop myself personally. So it was overall, again, a really beautiful experience, but there were a lot of troubles involved. Fundraising was a big problem. As a financial secretary, we had to look for funds every time for projects and all of that. So it was really difficult. And the fact that I had to juggle it with my academics, we normally having Senate meetings. Virtually every Senate meeting, the financial secretary has to be there. I don't know if that has changed now, but then I had to always be there and then stay late in the school, come back home to start preparing for the next day and all of that. So it was quite tough, especially in 400 level where there's pathology and pharmacology. God, imagine combining that.
That must have been hard.
So
how has this experience been of help in the Abiyamo Project?
Oh well, it has been of help to me in virtually every other project, not only Abiyamo Project, even in my own personal finances. Because as a financial secretary, I had to come up with budgeting plans. When you are in that situation that the money you have is not enough, and the project is supposed to have started, you have to think fast and you have to think of alternatives. So it made me a very highly resourceful person, and it helped me in other projects, including the Abiyamo Project.
Okay, all right. After doing so well as the financial secretary, it was rumored that you are likely going to vie for the post of Ilumsites president. Please, can you clear the opinion of people about this?
Yeah, it was true that I wanted to run for the Ilumsites presidency, but I also had a lot of things at stake, and I had to strike a balance. And seeing as it was Colossus I was running, I just figured he could actually handle it, so let him just go.
So just a plan to run for the presidency?
No, I don't plan to. However, if there's anyone who is going, I will definitely support the person, provided the person is capable, because you can't just vote people.
That's right.
But if it is a female, I don't mind. We'll still support the person if the person is capable.
Okay, now this question I'm about to ask is not related to the Abiyamo Project. Looking at you, you're a very resourceful, industrious, and very busy person that is engaged in so much activities. How do you unwind from stress?
I really don't have any serious means of unwinding. I practically just decide to cook or bake something because I enjoy doing that. It can be stressful too, but I enjoy doing it. So sometimes I'm stressed. If I'm not sleeping, I'll just find something to bake or something to cook with. And occasionally I decide to just watch some movies. And my friend is trying to make me watch Attack on Titan too.
I heard it's a beautiful anime.
Yes, so I do watch that too when I'm stressed.
Do you have a name for the baking?
Yes, Biba's cuisine.
Wow.
It was Biba's cakes, as everybody knew it, but because I included some other catering activities, so that was why I just made it a cuisine.
So I'm sure this question will interest a lot of Ilumsites.
Why are they interested?
Because they want to know. Okay, so is there somebody in the picture? Any Romeo?
Oh, there's a Romeo in the picture. Well, just like your back. So I'm not searching. So you should not worry.
Well, he's a very lucky man.
Thank you.
Okay, so a quick one. What's your take on feminism?
Personally, I believe feminism should be about inclusion, like social, economical, political inclusion of females. Now, these days, a lot of people are taking it in different ways or in different lights. But I just believe that it is not about fighting for equality, that I am equal to you, but it is about finding your own space, doing what you want to do without restrictions just because you are a female. So it should be about inclusion and equity. That's my own personal opinion. It is a long topic that, if we decide to start talking about it, yes, precisely. So
that's a very strong opinion. Now, do you think that you've served in Ilumsa, you've done a lot of things for Ilumsa, do you see yourself in national politics someday?
Well, yes, because I really don't mind. I feel like we need more females representing our interests, representing other females' interests. We do complain sometimes that there are a lot of rules that don't really favor females, but I believe it's because we didn't have adequate representation on decision-making tables. Assuming we had enough representation, somebody somewhere, female, would have opined that, okay, this thing is not comfortable or it's not going to be okay for my fellow females. So I believe we need more female representation, and I am willing to do that.
As a female, that deeply resonates with me. So do you have any last words you'd like to tell to Ilumsites?
Well, I just want to tell, Ilumsites are very great people, and then we also have a lot of challenges in medical school. But at whatever point it is that you're in, don't give up on anything that you're doing. Whatever it is that you are doing that you think is not going to pay off, as far as it is something good, don't just give up on it. Somehow, somewhere, it will pay off. I've seen people that would meet, I've never even met them. They have probably met me somewhere, or they have seen one of our projects or something, and then just because of that, they give me certain opportunities. And so I always believe that somebody is looking at you, somebody is seeing you, somebody is seeing all those efforts that you're putting in. So don't just give up, because it will eventually pay off. And lastly, I make cakes and other pastries, and I'm also into some catering jobs. So please, if you have a job, you can bring job for me. Plenty money, please.
That's very good. I must commend your efforts. You are really doing very well.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we want to thank our distinguished Ilumsites that's honored us with our presence on Ilumsite Illuminate today, and we also want to thank our viewers. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope to bring you another distinguished and dazzling Ilumsite in the next edition. Thank you very much.